And fourthly, do not kill beauty and simplicity. Do not kill authentic godliness. We really do have to look around us and see that many of the shortcuts that were taken after the council did just that. Did away with Eucharistic piety, did away with devotions. The first thing to go, they took away the prayers at the foot of the altar, which is allowed. Leo the 13th instituted them by a papal decree, and a subsequent pope revoked that. But slowly and incrementally, all the devotions disappeared. And it became very much a folksy thing, centered on man. Everything prior to the council was facing God, God-centered, God-focused. And many things after the council have been me-focused. Have been holding hands and trying to accentuate the anthropocentric nature of who we are, the man-centered nature of who we are. We must see that this great dichotomy has wrought destruction in our church. We think of the Te Igitur. The prayer says, grant her peace, the church, to preserve, unite, and govern throughout the world, to govern throughout the whole world. We must see that the church is there to bring us together. And so often, many of the priests and bishops, and even some of the laity, have used the church to disseminate, scatter, and destroy the church. Sometimes unwillingly, sometimes unknowingly, but I think some of them were complicit. Some of them wanted to see the old church destroyed. They wanted to see their own creation wrought in the Mass, in the devotions. They wanted to remake the church in their superior Gnostic image. And Gnosticism always had that heresy about it, that I could do it myself, that I had a secret knowledge that nobody else had. I'm an elite. And it's quite ironic to me that people accuse traditionalists of being elitist. We're not being elitist, we're being very populist. This is the most beautiful way to assimilate someone. And that's why I've challenged people before. I would challenge anyone. I would put this congregation, and any of the congregations to which I've been a priest in the past, in the traditional rite, I would give them a catechism class or a catechism test collectively, and I would put them up against any Novus Ordo congregation in the United States. And they would beat them hands down, knowing their faith, even if they hadn't taken much catechism. Why? Because this Mass is very instructive. Just by attending the traditional Mass, you're infused with so many things that only later are you completely aware that it's transformed you and taught you things inaudibly. That's why you don't have to be a great scholar. You read your prayers, meditate, and you can become incredibly proficient in your faith. You may not know all the terms, but your heart will hear something that's true and will accept it. Will hear something that's false and will reject it. The closer you get to the tabernacle, the closer you get to the Mass, the highest form of prayer in our church, the more of that transformation will be complete. And finally, with the Hanc Igitur, we call down the epiclesis, the Spirit upon the gifts. We ask our Lord, command that we be rescued from eternal damnation and numbered in the flock of thine elect. So remember, we want to make the Spirit live. We do not want to kill the Spirit. We want to make vocations live. We do not want to kill the vocation. We want to make piety and holiness live. We do not want to kill piety and holiness. We want to make beauty, simplicity, and authentic godliness be proficient. We do not want to kill those things. And we realize that as with anything in this life, our effort is essential. You don't have to be an able-bodied athlete in the spiritual life. You don't have to have stamina with your heart, but you have to have stamina with your spirit. And thus you have to exercise your spirit. You have to give it the needed attention that will make you proficient, will make you totally aware of the leaps and bounds that are possible in the spiritual life.